one of the things we found in our focus groups, perhaps one of the reasons why Rishi Sunak has struggled more, because voters are less likely to think that he gets it on some of this stuff. So they've got to show that he gets it, and they've got to show that they've got a plan to get through the winter. Now, what's interesting is we tested some of the propositions that the candidates have been coming up with, and we found so one of the things we tested was this argument about tax cuts. Should we have tax cuts now or should we wait? And obviously there was a poll in the Times today which found 64% say tackle inflation, only 17% say cut taxes. We pitched it slightly differently. We used the arguments that the candidates are making. So we asked, which do you agree with more? We should cut taxes now because families are struggling with the cost of living, or we need to wait until inflation is under control before cutting taxes? Because we think that mirrors the debate. And interestingly, 52% said that actually we should cut taxes now to help with the cost of living. 33% said that we should wait until inflation is under control. And when we dug into that, it was particularly that national insurance rise. The public did want to see reverse. So about half, 50% said that it should be reversed. 25% said keep it. But that number jumps when you get to red wall voters. Red wall voters are particularly likely to say, actually, that rise should be reversed.
On that, Lou, I wanted to ask you on that, actually. Red wall voters, you say, are most concerned. Is it fair to say the next election will be won or lost on how the two main parties deal with and respond to and come forward with plans to address the cost of living crisis this winter? Is that a fair assumption, do you think?
100%. So we track the top issues of different groups of voters, and we have this model where we've identified 7 groups of voters across the country. And normally you ask them, what's your top issue? And they're all different. So more progressive groups might say climate change, more kind of wealthier groups might say something else, more socially conservative groups say immigration. For the first time in April, all 7 of those voter groups say cost of living is the number one issue. It's more than double the level of concern for any other issue. So the next election is undoubtedly a cost of living election. And again, they're going to have to start, Linton Crosby has that phrase about, you can't fatten the pig on market day. And I actually think there is something. The candidates can't afford to wait until the election to put this plan. They've got to start showing some leg now on how they're going to help people through what's undoubtedly going to be a very difficult winter.
Thank you. Luke Tryl, UK Director of More in Common there, giving us the latest on what the polls show. The British public knows, we all know that this is a huge issue. People are more worried about this than any other topic. That has not filtered through. It hasn't filtered through into the Tory leadership race. It hasn't filtered through into the debate that's going on, I don't think, in Westminster, at least not the scale of the suffering that people are already facing and are going to face in the coming months. More of your calls coming up on this in just a moment. It's 6:45.